All right, today, peeps, we are talking about graphing inequalities. Sorry, I didn't write it up here. Give me just a second. Graphing inequalities. Who can't spell? So, y'all, graphing inequalities is really, I guess it's not technically building on what we talked about the other day because we're not doing a one-step equation for this part or a one-step inequality. What we're actually just doing is taking what we have and then we're going to put it on the graph. On Monday and Tuesday next week, we will be doing a little bit more with these, but we're actually going to add the one-step equation part and then the graphing part after it so we can see how those two pieces go together. For right now, I really just want you guys to watch my 5 examples that I have here. On your assignment for class today, you're going to have 10 questions. And we're going to have 2 of each one of these type of problems that you'll need to do. So please make sure you watch these carefully, because if you do the example similar to the way I do my examples, you should get the answers correct. So on each one of these, I'm going to end up having a small little number line. You don't need a bunch of stuff on your number line, especially for these ones, because we know what the number is. For this one, the number is going to be 8 in the middle, which means it should be 7, 8, 9. I'll finish the next one in a second. So y'all, there's going to be a couple things that are really important when you're trying to decide how to make your graph. The first thing you need to know is if you're going to have an open or a closed dot on your graph. So y'all, put your little key here. If you see an equal sign, a less than or equal sign, or a greater than or equal sign, that means you're going to have a closed dot on the line. So the first thing I need to do is look up here. Say, do I have a closed or an open dot? I see this is just a regular less than. And the less than sign is supposed to have an open dot. So on my number for 8, I'm going to put an open circle right here. And what that means is, since the number is less than 8, it can't be 8, so it's not filled in. It can be less than 8, though. So when we're thinking about our arrows, if our answer is less, if our variable is less than the number, your arrow is going to point to the left because everything is less than that. If it's greater than 8, I would point to the right to all the numbers that are greater than 8. Why, or my answer is less than 8, means I should have an arrow pointing to the left because left is less than 8. Open circle because I don't have an equal sign underneath and I don't have an equal sign on my problem. So open circle, arrow to the left. On my next problem here, I need to create my number line. It says F is greater than, sorry, the mouth is open towards it, so F is greater than 10. Look at my little chart here again. So since it's just greater than, that's going to be an open dot on 10. My answer, or F, is greater than 10. Which numbers are greater than 10? Well, to the right would be greater. So on this one, I would have an arrow pointing to the right. Let's go to this next problem over here. Hopefully you can see that one says Q equals 14. Y'all, if you just have an equal sign, these ones are the easiest ones to do. 13, 14, 15. Since Q equals exactly 14, first of all, I know I need a closed dot because it can equal 14. But then you have to ask, is it going to be more or less than 16 if it's equal? No. So Q equals 14. You put your closed dot at 14, but you have no arrow because it is exactly 14, not greater than 14, not less than 14. So since it has the equal sign, closed dot at 14, and you're done. All right, let's go down here and look at these problems that I have. Remember, if you use your left hand and you make an L, that'll tell you which one's less than. That's not the less than or equal to. That one that looks like an L is the less than or equal to. That means that this one is greater than or equal to. My number in the middle should be 20 for this one, which means this is 19, and this is 21. Look at my little chart over here. It says if it's greater than or equal to, I have a closed dot. So I'm going to put a closed dot here at 20. And my answer is greater than 20. Greater than or more than 20 is going to point to the right. My last example over here, it says R is less than or equal to 16. Make my number line. I do want to show you guys, even if you have more spaces on your number line, that's okay. 16, 15, 14, 17, 18. Just fill in the other numbers that would go there. R is less than or equal to 16. Less than or equal to is a closed dot. Less than would be to the left. I will show you guys my answers again just so you guys can see all of them. This first one said y is less than, makes the L, 8. Open circle, because it's not less than or equal to, it's less than, so it can't be 8. It can be anything that is less than 8. F is greater than 10. F can't be 10, so it's around 10, but it can be greater than 10. That's why we have the arrow. Q equals 14. It's equal to 14, so the dot's filled in. It's not less than, and it's not more than 15. Sorry, more than 14, so it is just 14, no arrow with a closed dot. W is greater than or equal to 20. Filled in circle because it could be equal to 20, but it also could be more than 20. So my arrow is pointing to the right of the numbers that are more than 20. The last one we have here, R is less than or equal to 16. 16 is a filled in circle because it could be equal to 16, but also it could be less than 16. So we got our arrow there. Y'all, if you have any questions during the assignment today, please let me know. Like I said, it's only 10 questions. For you peeps doing it online, it should be very easy. You're just going to tell me you should open or close dot and which way the arrow should go for each problem. Let me know if y'all have any questions. See you later, guys.